Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we are exploring a hidden gem right on the eastern shore of Maryland, Terrapin Nature Park. If you've ever driven across the Bay Bridge, you've actually passed right by this place without even realizing it. Right now, we're stepping onto the Cross Island Trail, starting out through this gorgeous wildflower meadow. Early spring is such a cool time to be out here. The park is waking up, and this trail actually winds across several bridges, cutting right through marshlands and thick woodlands. Check this out. Just off the main path, they have these dedicated observation blinds. They look out directly over the tidal ponds. If you're into bird watching, this spot is like hitting the jackpot. Because of where the park sits right on the bay, it acts as a massive natural funnel for migratory birds during the spring and fall. They use these woods and ponds to stop, catch their breath, and refuel. As we clear the trees and hit the sand, we find this awesome little gazebo tucked right along the shoreline. And man, look at that view. That is the iconic Chesapeake Bay Bridge stretching across the horizon. We're going to get an even better look at it in a bit, but from right here, it just frames the water perfectly. Now, if you're not from the Mid-Atlantic, the Chesapeake Bay is actually the largest estuary in the entire United States. It's massive. It touches 6 different states and is fed by over 50 major rivers and streams. You can see a couple of girls down there sunbathing on the beach. Honestly, even for early spring when the breeze still has a bit of a bite to it, you can't blame them. When the sun hits this narrow shoreline, it gets surprisingly warm. This beach isn't like your typical crowded ocean resort. It's much more rugged, wild, and peaceful. It's the kind of spot where you just come to clear your head. And of course, the local dogs absolutely love it out here. Look at this guy. Go. There is nothing better than a dog living its absolute best life, splashing around in the bay brackish water. The shallows here stay pretty calm, making it a perfect playground for them to chase sticks and cool off. We've made our way over to where the tidal ponds actually empty out directly into the bay. If you look closely right beneath the surface of the current, see that? There's a whole school of small fish just swimming against the tide. It's like a mini highway down there. This constant movement of water shifting back and forth with the tides is exactly what keeps this whole ecosystem so healthy. It brings in fresh nutrients and creates a massive buffet for the blue crabs and herons that call this park home. It's wild how much life is packed into this one little stream.
I want your bed because it's going in.
Now we get the full, unobstructed view of the William Preston Lane Jr. Memorial Bridge, or, as literally everyone around here calls it, just the Bay Bridge. It stretches about 4 miles long, connecting the western shore near Annapolis to the rural eastern shore here on Kent Island. All right, let's head back into the shade. We're stepping onto the main loop of the trail, which is actually made of crushed oyster chaff. It keeps the trail from getting too muddy, and it just looks really unique. Terrapin is about 276 acres in total, and what makes it an award-winning park is how many completely different habitats are packed into one small footprint. In just a short walk, you go from open bay beaches to tidal marshes, and now into these dense, deciduous woodlands. It feels like you're changing worlds every 10 minutes. It's incredibly quiet in here, a total contrast to the open beach we just left behind. As we push deeper through these hedgerows and woodlots, it's easy to see why this place is considered a legendary migrant trap for birders. Over 250 different species of birds have been spotted right here inside the park. During peak migration seasons, you can stand in one spot and see over 15 different types of colorful warblers in a single morning, along with falcons and raptors riding the wind currents right off the Bay Coast. Whether you're a hardcore bird watcher with a massive telephoto lens, or you just like a scenic afternoon walk, the pure biodiversity out here is tough to beat. Well, that brings us to the end of our loop around Terrapin Nature Park. If you enjoyed taking this walk with me, definitely hit that subscribe button, drop a comment below, and let me know what your favorite part of the trail was. For our next adventure, we are heading further down the eastern shore to explore the beautiful, deeply historic waterfront town of St. Michael's, Maryland. Trust me, you are not going to want to miss that one. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next trail.